So the police come out. They start making a report. There's a truck in the driveway. I get home on that day early in the morning because I drive at night, and it was 4:30 in the morning. There was a truck in the driveway. I didn't know who it was. Didn't know what. I didn't know nothing about anybody in the truck. I've never seen the truck there. So we go in my room. He does a report. Has a video and audio on. He's doing the report, and we come outside, and he continues to do the report. The video's still on audio. He's still taking notes, and this guy comes out. And at that time, 8 or 9 other cops had pulled up, and basically were like, "Whoa, who are you?" And he's like, "Well, I was moving in here, but those two in there are on drugs, and I don't want a part of it." And they were like, "Okay, well, what's your name?" Blah, blah, blah. He goes back in, and at the time I didn't think about it, but he came back out with a duffel bag, a military-sized duffel bag. It was a military green duffel bag, and it was full. He put it in the back of the truck, which now I believe it's probably all the stuff that they had stolen out of my room. And the reason why I know they stole out of my room is because they put mail in my room 4 days after I had went to my aunt's. 4 days. Okay, remember that. So basically, he comes back out with that bag, and he pulls out, and as he's pulling out, he turns to me and the cop, and he goes, "I don't know if y'all know it or not, but them two in there are taking that old man for everything he's worth." And I said, "Exactly. I've been trying to tell these people." And basically, he left. The cop finishes the report, tells me to pick it up tomorrow. I can pick it up tomorrow. I went and picked it up. Just read over it. Yep, it was what I said. But there was one thing that wasn't on the report, and it links back to everything that I have been reporting to Adult Protective Services and Holly Springs over the years. Just so happened, his statement that, I don't know if y'all know it or not, but that old man in there is taking, those two in there are taking that old man for all he's worth, is left off the report. Really, Detective Conrad? She's the one who reads over the reports and decides whether anybody's charged. Detective Conrad, you failed. You covered up. You wanted that plaque more than you want to protect the citizens of Holly Springs. The plaque that states you're the safest city in Georgia. I believe the statistics showed that, there's only 24 thefts, 24 burglaries and 127 thefts in a year's period in a city that's huge, that's got a large population. Wonder how many other people have reported things that didn't get processed. So anyway, call the detective to find out if she's going to press charges. And she's like, "Well, it's Grady's house, the old man's house." I said, "Yeah, it is. And I'm a tenant, roommate." "Yeah, but it's his house. He can do whatever he wants." I said, "But you can't break into my room." "But it's his house." She goes, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "Well, you know what?" I said, "These two that are here right now are putting his health at risk. And I'm going to have to sue him now because they claim that they've done a new will, they've taken over, and they're basically trying to evict me." "Well, what do you plan on getting out of this lawsuit?" And she just started questioning me and all this crap. And I said, "You know what?" I said, it's none of your business. You need to talk to my attorney." So she gets his name and says she will, and she doesn't. So she did a little more, just a tad bit more of investigating on that theft. And basically, on the report, she came to the conclusion there was no theft because there was too many versions of the story. So my version was it was stolen. The con's version was that the old man was concerned about his electric bill, that his partner had went in there and turned off the lights and whatnot. And she wanted to talk to his partner, and he was gone. And the con told her that he would have him call her whenever he got back in town. So that happened. She got his side of the story, and basically he said that I was gone for 30 days. They didn't know when I was coming back, and he was concerned about the electric bill because the lights was on. That's a lie. They were in there 4 days after I left, not 30. And then she proceeded to ask him if we were the only ones in the house. Me, Con, and the old man, and him. And he proceeds to say yes. Well, what about the stranger that was there? What about the stranger that was listed in the police report, Detective Conrad, that you were investigating, that you apparently didn't read? Because his statement was in the middle of that report, and the statement that he provided as he's leaving at the end of the report was left off, and you're listening to a felon tell you a lie, and you come to the conclusion there's no theft because there's too many stories, or three different stories. Detective Conrad, what about the times that I've left notes for you to call me and you didn't call me Detective Conrad? There's that, and I will start another video shortly.